Today we are shooting primarily with Michonne. She has remained with Heath and a few of the others to try and save as many of them as they can to make it back to Alexandria. And it just keeps getting worse and worse and worse as they go.
Some of the guys end up in this little town here that you see behind me, and yet the herd is still coming through. So today we have 140 walkers with us that are real, and luckily the 140 tends to do pretty well at covering a lot of the tight stuff. So it's the big wide scope shots that visual effects will come in and be adding CG walkers and intermixing them.
They should be surrounding or as close as possible, make it look as real as possible.
This is Michael Slovis's first episode working with us on The Walking Dead, and having Michael part of our director arsenal has been a great new addition. We had some really cool Michonne decaps today, so she's got her katana already going again for the season. Michael had a specific vision of how he wanted to block out the scene, so if you were to look at some of the dailies, you would see Michonne coming out with just her sword, swinging at nothing. That's just for her to get in her groove, for the actors who needed to continue the pace of their run.
The amount of times we have to redo and redo and redo those actions, you really feel like you're working for it.
Afterwards, we went in and we actually did the kills, and that's where we had her with her traditional half sword, and she does a nice 1, 2, 3 decap. We're gonna have some traditional gunshot kills. Where visual effects will come in is we might have to paint a little more city or adjust the location a little bit.
The bit that we did with Beth today, where her head was back and she was screaming, I adjusted her just a little bit so that her head was looking at the lens, because the kills still have to have the emotional impact. Just grab it and just stop. And then we had zombies with their mouths filled with blood. When you bite, just spit that blood out. Blood's gonna spray here and blood's gonna spray here. So there's instant blood on her. Action! And then she just gets swarmed and engulfed. It was a lot of fun.
Seymour. And action! Hey, you'll go over first.
It's a pretty scary scene when you come to the end of an alley and there's a fence and you've got walkers breathing down your neck.
It culminates in that moment at the fence, and it's very gruesome and it's very personal.
It was all actors today. That's Michonne going up and over and all our actors.
Generally, we do 100% of the stuff ourselves, and we have this sort of we can do it mentality, you know?
If they're both here, just swing a leg in between. We rehearse it with our actors a few times, and then we start working on the timing of getting the walkers right to the fence as our actors are going up and over.
I love these sort of scenes. I love how much you really are expected to do it as a performer.
We have a couple walkers pulling at her leg that she kicks away.
I was really fighting them off, like they were really, really pulling on me.
It's got to look like we're pulling her, but yet not really be pulling her, so that we actually pull Denai off of the fence. And then Jay, playing David, I've got 2 stunt guys on him. He actually gets his hands up and over the top of the railing, and my stunt guys rip him down.
It felt very intense and very real.
Lots of moving parts, but we pulled it off once again.